So this is the last part of the lesson 1.1. Nervous tissue. So nervous tissue makes up the nervous system. It is grouped into two main categories, the neurons and the neuroglia. The neurons or nerves, they transmit electrical impulses, while the neuroglia do not. So the neuroglia, they have many other functions including supporting and protecting the neurons. The nervous system is subdivided in overlapping ways. First, CNS and the PNS, the central nervous system that includes your brain and the spinal cord, which coordinates information from all areas of the body and sends nerve impulses that control all bodily movement. So, command center tong si CNS. Si peripheral nervous system naman, these consist of the peripheral nerves that branch all throughout the body. It connects the CNS to the rest of the body and is directly responsible for controlling movements of specific parts of the body. Kumbaga parang siya si brain, siya yung mga galamay. Ganon. So this is the nervous system, the CNS, the body's master control unit, and the PNS, the body's link to the outside world. CNS consists of the spinal cord, brainstem, and the brain. So the spinal cord, so the column of nerves between the brain and the PNS. Brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord. Brain divided into three major parts. Okay, yung mga yan. The peripheral, the autonomic nervous system, and the somatic nervous system. So the autonomic nervous system regulates involuntary bodily processes. So mga involuntary, example, heart rate, paghinga, digestion, pupil contraction, and it operates automatically without conscious direction. And may division pa si autonomic, the sympathetic, and your parasympathetic. Si sympathetic nervous system, this one prepares your body for action and stress. So, yung kapag may adrenaline rush kayo, so that is called the fight or flight. So, si sympathetic nervous system ang, tawag dito, siya yung may kinalaman doon. Whereas, si parasympathetic nervous system, after mong magbibo or mag-fight or flight eksena, si parasympathetic, it will calm down your body and it will help your body to conserve energy. Yan. Si somatic nervous system, it carries sensory information from sensory organs to the CNS and relays motor commands to muscles, and it controls voluntary movements naman, si somatic. Types of nervous tissue. First, neurons. These are cells that can transmit signals called nerve impulses or action potentials. So, the action potential, that is a quick rise and fall in the electrical membrane potential of the neuron. So, ito nga yung signal from one neuron to the next. And there are different types of neurons. The sensory, the motor, the interneurons. The sensory or the afferent neurons relay information from the PNS to the CNS. Okay? Malilito, sensory relay information from the PNS to the CNS. Different types of sensory neurons can detect temperature, pressure, and light. So, si motor or efferent neurons send signals from the CNS to the PNS. Baliktad siya ni sensory. So, si motor or the efferent, these signals provide information to sensory neurons to tell them what to do. So, anong gagawin? So, si efferent yung magsasend ng signal. Then, the interneurons, it connects sensory and motor neurons to brain and spinal cord. They act as connectors to form neural circuits and are involved with reflex action and higher brain functions like decision making. So, si interneurons. Neuroglia or glial cells. So, kanina, it supports neurons and supply them with nutrients and get rid of dead cells and pathogens such as bacteria. There are types of neuroglia. Astroglial cells, also called astrocytes. So, astro, star-shaped, found in the brain and spinal cord. They provide nutrients to the neurons and maintain ion balance. Ano pa? And they remove unneeded excess neurotransmitter from the synaptic cleft. So, tandaan niya si astroglial, so star-shaped siya. Provides nutrients. Ependymal cells, also found in the CNS. Two types of ependymal cells, non-ciliated and ciliated. So, si non-ciliated, it forms the CSF, or the cerebrospinal fluid. Ciliated ependymal cells help the cerebrospinal fluid circulate. And the CSF cushions the brain and the spinal cord. So, yun yung main function ni CSF. Cushions the brain and spinal cord. Then, the oligodendrocytes found still in the CNS and provide physical support to neurons. They form the myelin sheath around the neurons in the CNS. So, si myelin sheath, fatty substance siya, nagrarap siya around the axons of some neurons and it provides electrical insulation. So, yan yung types of the glial cells. Schwann cells, they also form myelin sheaths around some neurons, but they are not only found in the PNS. Neurons that are myelinated can conduct electrical impulses faster than non-myelinated neurons. Yan si Schwann cells. Microglial or microglia are small macrophage in the CNS and it protects against disease by engulfing pathogens through phagocytosis. So, ito yung macrophage ng brain, diba? So, sa CNS. They can also destroy infected neurons and promote the regrowth of neurons. So, si microglia. Okay, so that is the end of lesson 1.1.